What's up, Westside Fantasy? Sorry they're a little late, but welcome into your post-Week 10, pre-Week 11 league rankings. Um, yeah, sorry I missed them last week. I did not realize it was me until it was too late for me to get them out, but I'm making it before Sunday. So, anyways, to get into it, I kind of put these into tiers. I feel like if you're in the same tier, you're pretty close, you're pretty interchangeable. But anyways, in the bottom tier, the bad record teams, which I'll say this league is remarkably close. Any of these teams can still make the playoffs, which is exciting, so that's cool. Shout out to everybody for being competitive. But the teams with bad records, they're the farthest out. We have Gabby at the bottom. Your running backs, they just kind of suck. So sorry, you're 10th for that. Andrew, you're 9th. Cole is 8th. And Andrew, you're really just ranked below Cole because Cole's more balanced than your team. But yeah, you guys all have the worst 3 records in the league. So and the teams aren't impressive enough for me to feel like you can for sure overcome that. But maybe with some good managerial stuff, you guys will jump up. But yeah, next tier, we got our teams that are just above, I guess, the bottom teams, mostly just above them because of their record. We got Riley. Riley, he's barely hanging on by a thread, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And yeah, just because of that record and Amon-Ra St. Brown, Riley, you got 7th. Jared, if you can just find something at that last flex spot, your team will be good. But without that, it's kind of lacking that boom potential, I think. But yeah, or I guess that probably be more consistent potential. But anyways, next tier, we got someone who will definitely feel special for having his own tier. The Ethan tier or the Heart Monitor tier. Ethan, I call on your team the Heart Monitor team because it's just full of ups and downs. I mean, just mainly for individual players. If you take a look at Ethan's roster, he has players who, I mean, they've been bad early in the season, now they're great. They were great early in the season, now they're bad. And it just seems like, obviously, it's only syncing up for Ethan half the time because he's 5-5. So if that changes around, Ethan, your team could be great. But if not, yeah, you'll obviously continue to be mediocre. But I don't really know what to think about your team because of that. So, yeah, so you have your own tier at number 5 for that, right in the middle. Moving on, we have the tier of teams that I think are probable to make the playoffs. I think they have really good teams. Maddie, you're number 4. Maddie, really good running backs, but the wide receivers are just kind of mid. I think if you make the right start-sit decisions every week, you'll definitely make the playoffs. Or if you make a trade to get a top-tier wide receiver, but you have top-tier running backs, it's just a matter of the receivers just don't blow me away. And then Connor, you're at number 3. I don't know how your record isn't better. Honestly, that's unfortunate. Your team kind of seems like it rocks, but too bad about Garrett Wilson though. So unfortunate there. And then for our top tier, the teams that are just kind of doing the best, I put myself number 2. That was hard to do considering that beat Ian head to head, have more points scored than him, even though he had the 200 points, and better record, of course. So it's tough to put myself number 2, but I have to. Ian, your team is just more well-rounded. I think if I have an injury to one of my studs, I'll be in trouble, but you can withstand a bye or an injury, which you're going to have to do with Christian McCaffrey in the first round of the playoffs. So Ian, I think you have the number 1 team for that reason, and that's why I put you ahead of me. But I think my team is just right there with yours, so it'll be a fun rest of the season. But yeah, there you have it. There's the going into Week 11 Westside rankings. So hope everybody's well, and good luck to everybody this week.